guess we'll just dive right into it, huh? Continue our never-ending road project, where so far not enough has gone wrong in the fact that this really should not work as well as it has been working. I'm not saying that I want it to fail. I'm just saying I can't believe that it hasn't. I do feel like we're getting closer to that point where our electric. Oh, we need more power. Where I've seen some incidents on the road cause many miles of backup, but it seems to kind of just sort itself out.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Jim Knight 657 just escaped capitalism.
Is that as much pandering to you as JCav's Tier 3 sub-alert is, Gem? Like, that sub-alert was specifically meant to bait you. After, I will state, I gave you your own unique sub-alert, and now, for the next 6 months, you will not have it. You will be in space! Alright, well, let's speed up time. Let's get some more power. We don't have solar available. Let's see if we have points to have solar available. You always tier 3 6 months for September. Did you know that everybody could do that? What if everybody here did a tier 3 6 month sub and then I just stopped streaming for the next 6 months? Would that be the most douchey thing I have ever done in my life? Yes, it would be. We've never gone nuclear. It's quite a bit of a ways to go, though. Yeah, we'll do solar because we can get it now. It's my solar and I want it now. I can't afford it. It's $1.5 million. Really should have seen that coming. Well, we'll just have to wait for some upgrades. I gotta say, the sewage change where they are not having it pollute as much, it seems a little unrealistic because this is 13,000 people all pooping into this one lake, and that's all the damage is done? I am pretty sure if I alone pooped into this lake for a year, I would cause that much damage to this lake. Is that equivalent to 13,000 people? Hard to say. It's hard to say. It's right on the precipice. Let's see. Will this fill in here? No, because it's not technically street facing. Alright. I'll let you have it. I was curious if they would build out because it's commercial and residential. It seems like they will not, so I guess we'll change it to all commercial. All the time. I'm gonna do something to get some residential demand. I have been kind of not putting a lot of emphasis into industry, and I don't know that I necessarily have to. Maybe not yet. We will have this area over here where we're not going to want to build any residential, so perhaps we should use this spot. Oh, but then the wind. Don't forget the wind. The wind carries the pollution that way, and we wouldn't really want that. I guess I could put offices there, and I think they wouldn't complain about the noise. I think. We'll find out. We about to find out. Oh, that's gonna get content ID to forgot to turn music off. Oh well, it doesn't matter. That channel's not monetized. But they just really want commercial. I think my goal for right now is to try to get this road built out, wrapped around, and I want to try to get it to go under the bridge and fill out this peninsula. This peninsula seems a bit underdeveloped. We could build out on this beach, but I'd really rather not. It looks too nice. I assume the green... Okay, green is good commercial suitability. Well, this is the only spot that really has green, so let's do it.
Salmon, what did you ever do to us?
Mabro59 has listened to me sing the salmon song for 35 months.
Hey, Mabro, thank you for 35 months. You've almost got that prestigious Dale badge. I should just change them all to that one. Even without intersections, the man's building pasta. I mean, it's gonna have to be a little pasta. I mean, I guess I could have done like very boring, just back and forth, but I think we all know that I wouldn't do that. Hey, that's full. Oh, we're spending money to get rid of our trash, aren't we? Huh. Hazardous waste recycling. Lowers ground pollution. I don't think we can actually fit that. Oh, we just click it? Do we just click it? Or do we have to build it? No, we have to build it. Yeah, we don't have an incinerator just yet because of the road situation. If I were to put it here, again, the wind blows this way. So if we were to build one, we would want it to be here. I don't really see how we could get a road there. So I've kind of gotten myself into a little bit of a pickle. I guess it could be up here, and it would blow into the rest of the industrial, in theory. Bulldoze the properties right next to the landfill. We could, yeah, we could do that. You can add in road? Oh, you mean like delete this section and have it loop in this way and go back? You know, I hadn't really thought of that. For some reason, I was working under the presumption that I would not break the chain as to not upset Fleetwood Mac. But I do suppose you are right. Tack has a good question, and that is are forked roads legal? And I had dreams of this last night. Not literally, but I did think about it, and that is, could you separate the lanes? Like, could you do a one-way split off, you know, a little bit distance apart from each other and fill in between? To me, that's still one continuous road because there's not an intersection. They're just going to join back up. So I think that is doable. I don't think I would want to put the incinerator on a road like that because they're not going to be able to do the U-turn thing. That's pretty good. The glasses on old Dave. I gotta try to repair Dave. Dave has fallen on hard times. We got some medium density. Let's just fill this section right in. Poor Dave. Okay, now we have an overabundance of electricity. So I guess the theory is that, yes, we can split the roads off. And maybe that's what we do right here. Maybe we have one lane coming out here and heading back and then joining back into that lane. Let's experiment with that down there once we expand out that far. We still need to solve the trash issue. And I think up here is where I'm going to put it. If I can even afford it, we'll see. They're expensive. $1,000,000. I guess that's why we don't have one yet. I guess that's why we haven't gone that route. We can expand this landfill for now. Pretty far. And then that'll buy us a little bit of time.
Yeah, the only.
Would you look at that?
I'll put that
Just
on.
look at that.
I can't pull it out either. I'd have to drill it.
Would you
and
just
yank
look
out.
at it?
Yeah.
Would you look at that? S5 Inter. This sounds a lot like making more than one road Federstair.
This sounds a lot like making more than one road. Yeah, see that it was certainly a controversial take. But is it not all the same road? To me it's the same road. And I made the rules, therefore I think I'm allowing myself to do it. All right, I'm going to rezone some of this to commercial because we got some high commercial demand right there. We probably need some parks and stuff over here. I think maybe that's why we're not filling in very quickly any longer. A campfire site, adorable. Oh, it doesn't fit. Just kidding, not adorable. If its individual lane is branching off rather than a two-way on both bits. Right, it is not two-way in both bits. If a highway splits in the mountains, is it not the same highway? Good question. Well, I mean, the game, look at what it did here. It named this street different from this street after the bridge. So, like, I don't know that we can trust the naming of that. As an indicator, you know? Can we trust? That is the question. How's education? Pretty good everywhere but the loop. I guess they're calling that good enough for these houses because they can walk to it, which I'm honestly pretty impressed that the game is clever enough to figure that out. And then high school. We have... Why are they all in the red? I'm curious why they're all in the red. So is the bridge the same road? Oh no. Why are they in the red? We have 714. Oh, dear God, my brain had not quite put that together. Are we saying that we have 2,100 eligible elementary students and a capacity of 800, and we are only schooling 700 of those? That seems like a problem. we have got some real dumb people. All right, well let's try to undumb our people.
They're the uneducated people.
Yeah, education is the problem of society. All right, we'll put a bigger elementary school there. Okay, that helped significantly. Can you upgrade these ones? Do these have, like, wings? They do. I think we'll probably go ahead and... is there another one that has some room around it? Like you? Yeah, that one seems like a better one to upgrade. Become homeless for the sake of the schools. All right, how does that do for us? Better. It's better. We're into the orange. I bet you residential demand is gonna skyrocket after we take care of this. A children's clinic. Okay, that's just a plain upgrade. That wasn't too bad. I can't believe that it's an option to have a clinic on the school. That seems pretty cruel. Alright. That should have us covered for elementary for a minute. But high school, we definitely need a big high school as well. But where? I kind of don't want to just shoehorn it there. I think we might be at the point of extending this road some more. I like roads. Roads are cool. Alright, we're gonna go with this one again. I have so many elementary schools and it's only good enough for half of what the game says I need. I guess the confusing part is the coverage map makes it look like you're doing real well. But you might be way under the need. Trying to fill in this area as much as I can. I'm still trying to keep the roads pretty flowy so that it doesn't cause too much issue.
Child-friendly crowbars is pretty good.
Gotta get some child-friendly crowbars to squish them all in. I don't know if that would be an amazing username or a terrible username.
Great username.
So my name is Cone and I like to dodge.
My name is Hummus Fraud and I've been in the stack for 52 months. Road is life, Canito Dorifto.
Road is life. That's the truest thing that's been said all day. Alright, this is where that's where the experiment is gonna happen. Speaking of usernames, Hummus Fraud, thank you for 52 months. Alright. I think I'm going to put the high school here. They can listen to the wind turbines humming. That already gives us enough capacity for room. But we do... Uh-oh. Apparently it can't exist there? Didn't consider that. I think I have move it installed though, so maybe we can... Is it smart enough? Yeah, it's smart enough. Alright, remember how it was like these roads are gonna have nice gentle curves in them so that they don't cause traffic issues. Oh, the trees. Oh, the trees. I think we're about to test ZK's theory about whether it's okay to delete sections of road or not. It's not really a theory. We're just doing it. Boy, I'm going to look at this in the future and be like, what was I doing here? The answer is, obviously, I don't know. Obviously, I have no idea what I'm doing. I should be using the compound curve tool. Can we give you a little scoochy scooch? Don't really like that curve. That's a little better. Get the tree out of there. Get that tree out of there. There we go. I once bought hummus and another non-hummus dip into work, and a coworker tried the other dip and said, "This isn't hummus. You're a hummus fraud. I feel like I have heard that backstory before, but have since forgotten it, and I'm now experiencing it as if it's the first time. And it is very good. That is very good. Quality lore. There's nothing quite like the first time you hear some lore, even if it's not the first time you've heard the lore. Let's do some apartments through here. The Rubik apartments. The game knew. The game knew that I was building apartments, and it was like, hey, look at this. Look at these Rubik apartments. Whatever that means. The curves, you've written some lore for me there. The curves were installed to try to slow traffic down by the schools so that people didn't run over as many kids. Note that I said as many. All right. Now, all the problems are resolved. I love that it gives me the directions to the places. Like, it's always, it gives places an actual address. So, are we eventually going to have like 4,000 only drive? I'm seeing a little traffic jam indication up here, but I don't really see what necessarily caused it. I think it was just a little bottleneck. Making sure there's not people crossing the road, because that's probably... Oh, there is. There is people crossing the road. Oh, they're dead. Because we do have this here, and there is no... There's no overhead. You know, I never did notice that it put a crosswalk in here. Just strongly against my morals. So I will be removing that. I guess we could put one in here. An elevated crosswalk. That is. It looks like we could do it without taking out too much. I don't think pedestrian tunnels are available. Sorry, I've temporarily forgotten how to turn snapping off. Oh, it's this button. Overlapping items. Overlap these items. You'll do that? That's what you like? You're a freak. Game? That'll work. I don't know how I'm gonna get this to come back to the bridge, but we'll figure it out. Maybe. Alright, that's an acceptable slope right there. Can we put a port and an airport on the same stretch of road? That seems like the ultimate goal. Boy, we make it to airports and this city hasn't completely collapsed, I'll be shocked. No, my slopes. a slope from there. Well, can you do a slope that is okay? Alright, I guess I'll just have to do that. I think we can do steps. There we go. That's what we want. Is it a little bit ridiculous? Yes. Is the whole concept we're doing here ridiculous? I think we all know the answer to that. Slope too steep. 9% grade. I can't believe that slope is too steep. There. He's done it. He's simply done it. Now we need to connect over here. What are you? A firehouse. A firehouse and a transformer station. I don't have any super strong feelings about it, Tack. Like, what they're doing with the Cup Series stuff seems reasonable-ish. I don't know that I personally understand going to Mexico City during the middle of the season in between other races just seems unnecessarily complicated. But you know, if they deem that it's a financial reasonable choice, then who am I to stop them? Canada would have been cooler though, just because I really like Montreal. It's a cool track. Okay, will anybody actually use this? Very unlikely, but at least I know I've done it. Let's get back to work on getting these roads out. Boy, those are expensive. Happiness is good. We like good happiness. We like good happiness. Lime Rock is a neat choice as well. That one's a bit of a surprise, I guess. Lime Rock themselves were the ones to push for that. Obviously, I am personally, you know, excited to see The Rock get races again, even if it's not Cup. Honestly, I think that's the right call. I think that's a good fit. Hopefully, it works out for them on the long term. What else is there? I don't think they were doing anything else, like Xfinity or trucks. I think that was the two big things there. Bonk.
Thanks, Tony.
Good timing.
No, thank you, Rambos. In the United States, the national maximum speed law prohibited speed limits higher than 55 miles per hour, 90 kilometers per hour, from 1974 to 1987.
It is a well-known fact, Rambos, that my birth is what spurred America to drop the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. I was born into speed. Can you imagine if that had stuck? Can you imagine still today a 55-mile-an-hour national speed limit? Because my brain simply cannot comprehend that being a possibility. Over here would be a choice for that. Wait, that's still red coverage. Eventually we'll need copters. Texas is too big for that shit. This country is too big for it. Oh yeah, people would still go 80. I feel like it almost would have just caused speed limits to become irrelevant. I do appreciate North Carolina's 55 unless defined law, because it makes open country roads less likely to get NIMBY'd, because Florida was terrible about that, where you'd have these like open 2-lane roads in the middle of nowhere and you're just trying to get somewhere and they're like, this road, that's a 35-mile-an-hour limit, and you're like, there's literally nobody here. Nothing is happening here. I hate it. You mean the 55 if not defined? If a road does not have a posted speed limit, it is assumed to be 55. Oh, I see. I see why we're causing a traffic jam here. Mm-hmm. That ain't good. I don't think we should be having that. But I guess the bridge has to be a divided. Perhaps, maybe. Let's see. Can we change it into a regular? Oh, we can. Okay. Well, that might resolve some of this issue. I just don't like them piling up in a spot. Yeah, same thing happens here. I think we almost need to avoid the divided. I can't right there. Okay, well. Here they're doing things where they build a road to be 60-mile-an-hour spec and then throw down a 35 sign. Yeah, that's the Florida way, I felt like. I do feel like the amount of research that goes into speed limits is dramatically too low. I feel like they definitely cause more issues with it than they ever resolve. If people were good and lawful, then it wouldn't be an issue, but I think we all know that that's just not true. I mean, I don't think speed limits are dumb. Speed limits are not dumb in the context of humanity. This dump is getting out of control.
That's what he said.
Just set that up for you. What's wrong with you? Oh, I see. Okay. What's wrong with you? Skate park. Get in a freaking skate park. Alright, how we doing with sidewalks? We should be looking at sidewalks so that people aren't trying to drive everywhere. There's a perfect spot for one right there. Think of how they can get across to this side of the road too.
Salmon, what did you ever do to us?
DJ_Sylveon has listened to me sing the Salmon song for 35 months. Let Cone Dodger 240 know you've been subbed for 35 months. Great. Now what, Twitch?
Great. Now what? Well, I mean, you did it. You let me know. It's valuable information. And you highlighted it too, so that I know that it's 35 months. That's 2 people today that are on the cusp of the 3-year mark. How does it feel to be cusped On the cusp of Dale. Right, I don't see any traffic warnings. So I guess that solved that issue. We're down to a slight smiley face. Noise pollution, healthcare. Well, let's look at also education. High school's starting to get a little iffy again. What does Boop get on the interstate? I don't really know. I feel like it's in the low 30s. I feel like it pretty much gets low 30s no matter what. High 20s, low 30s. I really need to get a OBD2 reader because that one's... Both of our cars are currently showing their little Christmas tree lights. Code, you can find it. Healthcare. It's right there. Alright. It's good. Availability is good. I guess it's just a distance thing that's poor. I can afford a small clinic, barely. We're not really anywhere too close to progressing to the next level, so we're not gonna get any cash here soon. So I kind of need to get things turned around in the city a bit. I can afford a small clinic, maybe. Mood, yeah. Police coverage, not so much. Spacious homes. Commercial demand just seems a lot higher than I'm used to. We are maybe getting some of these offices in will spur some jorbs, and that will kickstart residential a little bit. All right, it's time. It's time to consider the. I mean, we're making pretty darn good money. It's probably just a back and forth thing. Splitting the road off or not. I feel like after watching this road here with the divided highway, I feel like I can see what's going to happen, and that is that they are going to try to treat it as a spot to do their U-turns. But what are we here for if not a challenge? So let's try it. Let's see what happens. I want to try and leave enough space to get some structures in between the road and those farms. And we'll have it curl, or I don't really like that curl. Can it curl better, please? That's a better curl. That's a good curl. And then they will build out into the ocean in this one. Which is beneficial, but also kind of ugly. I almost do kind of wish they would not do that. Alright, so now we need this to curl back into that. Wait, did I? Oh, I did build that all backwards, didn't I? I sure did. Well, you can invert, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. So now... Yeah, it did look like we were trying to build a diverging diamond there. Boy, I haven't returned to Florida since they were building all those diverging diamonds near my hometown. I can't wait to see how Floridians handle that. Okay, I do see the intersection, but don't you worry, I will take care of it. Get out of here, intersection. Yeah. I definitely do see them treating that as a U-turn. I think that's going to be the main problem with trying to include a road like this here. The DD I saw in Georgia was kind of cool, but I was not driving. Was it looking for a soul to steal? We're adding a city oval for racing. Sure. Sure, now I gotta redo that again. So we got 2 intersections to kill there. It's certainly no crosswalks. I don't think there's anything I can do to stop them too. I can say no left turn, but I think they will do it either way. I don't think I like it. What do you all think? To me, this feels like it feels like not one road anymore to me. It feels, I don't want to say like cheating, but it feels cheap. I don't mean just the shape of the road. But the way it feels like a zipper when it gets messed up. The way they're gonna make U-turns here and treat this as a roundabout, I think is what kills it for me. If there was the chance that they wouldn't treat it as a roundabout, then I would be here for it. I was waiting for some cars to come through to see what they did with it, but they have not. Will they do U-turns at highway off-ramps? I think they will, even if I change this to highway. I think that they will. I mean, chat doesn't seem terribly offended by this, so maybe I'm overreacting to it. If chat's not offended, then it's probably okay. ZK thinks it's okay. If ZK thinks it's okay, then we can probably just go about our day. It did lose its name, but like I said, every so often the game forgets about the name. Like the bridge causes it to lose its name. It does call this a new street. That is true. Yeah, we're just gonna build it. If I have to undo it later, I can totally undo it too. That's very much so within the realms of possibility. I am not gonna build this all the way out into the ocean because I don't like the way that looks. But I'll give them some 2-by plots. Some 2-ply plots. How about some high density plots there? And then some medium plots in here. Just to continue to fill this out. I'm surprised it didn't let me have some plots in there, but 2-ply swanky. Is 2-ply swanky? It doesn't appear very nice. Alright, is happiness still kind of down? It is. Reliable mail service? That is a good point. I should get some mailboxes going over here. Good point. And how is the internet? How is the internet doing? Not amazing. The telecom tower would cover this whole area with really good internet. Mobile data, media broadcasts. I think it's just an upgrade, right? So perhaps it is time just to ditch the original and go for this. Because if we put this here, that's gonna cover pretty much this whole place. I wish it was in a less conspicuous location, but I think this is just a good place for it. And then this one we can just get rid of to save the budget. Yeah, thumbs down, I know, but like, it's actually for your own good. Alright, we'll save that spot for future upgrades. What in the intersection is this series? I was questioning if this was an intersection or not. It's not necessarily an intersection, it's just that the roads, the two lanes of travel divorce each other right there. And then they come back together right here. Like, there's no stop. There's no 90-degree turns. ZK bullied me into doing it. You gotta pass the blame onto someone else. That's the true way. It's a very wide median, exactly. The game called this a different road. The game did call this a different road, but the game is stupid. It also considers bridges to be a different road, so maybe let's not trust its judgment on such things. I still do need to figure out where I'm going to get some more industry in here. And we're getting darn near the point of buying more plots, but we're not quite there yet. Hey, that got us back up to full green. Big happy. Seems like the old cemetery has been struggling. No upgrades. That mower was unusually loud. Alright, okay, we'll say we're going to keep that. We can change it later if need be. Because I think for now, what I would like to do is let's I do want to snake this, because if I go this way and then, well, I guess I could follow the coast for now and just leave an opening to leave the current city limits later. But I do kind of want to work within city limits. That's part of the look that I'm going for. It's not all just the silly continuous road idea. I do want it to look a certain way too. The road tools still seem kind of bad about giving you those weird angles, but it's probably just because I'm playing so incorrectly. Alright, can we manage to sneak some industrial in over here? Is that a possibility? I think it would be a big benefit to our city if we could do that. I know you want to loop in, but I don't forget about your need room for big constructs here and there. True, but I mean, I plan to buy more plots, so if say we want an airport in the future or whatnot, we're just gonna have to plan that into a new plot. There's just no way to advance that far in this game without getting more plots. Is there really a correct way to design a city in this game? Is there really a correct way to design a city, period? Is there really a correct way to do anything? I say nay. Right, just a tickle of industry up here. You think the power grid might need to look over? Are we buying power? Because that would be lousy. Service trade. Oh yeah, we are importing electricity. Gross. Icky. These don't have upgrades, right? They do have upgrades. Oh my god. We can have freaking solar on our turbines. That is so little solar. Gosh, that would do like absolutely bupkis. That would do nothing. What you mad about now? They've just been continuously teetering on the edge of not happy. Yeah, that is a valid point. We probably should try to save up some money. And we could probably save some money too. I'm sure we're doing some things that, oh my gosh, are costing more money than we need to be spending. A communication tower is a big one, but we probably don't need the whole thing. So I think if we have it, we'll probably still be pretty good. Show me internets. Ooh, having it was pretty drastic, actually. How about we 3/4 it? Ish. Did that actually improve? I don't know that I saw that improve. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we just had to wait. Okay, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. That'll save us a little bit of buck. Wow, limiting bandwidth. Just call me Comcast, all right? My face is unreasonably ugly. That is true. Conecast.
Home for summer fiddled with 50 of their bits. You are Comcast.
Thank you. Ask and you shall receive. That's the truth. It's not the buildings I wanted there. It's actually these. Alright, so the dump continues to overflow with massively. I don't even know, like we can barely squeeze a little bit more in, but not much. Just right out to the water. Oh my god, you can fill the water? No. No, that's terrible. I'm an awful person, but I'm not that awful. I didn't really mean to do that, but I did it. I can't take it back now. No takesies backsies. Alright, we definitely need to do some sidewalk in here. There's no reason not to have roads connected like so. Oh. That's still a bug, huh? It's like, oh, you barely touched these properties. They're extinct now. You can disable snapping to smooth increase the area. Garbage. I gotcha. Yeah, my brain definitely had some toast on that one. Toast. Alright, here's a good spot for a little sidewalk. Oops. A little pedestrian crossing zone. Get in the zone. I think these end up kind of looking cool and filling the area in a bit more. Oh wow, that one's popular. We should probably give ourselves a flyover too. And by flyover I mean walkover. Because I feel like we've gone quite a few streets now without a way for people to get across or play lacrosse. Any lacrosse players here? Anybody out there, lacrosse players? You would, Jim. I don't know what that means. I don't know why that's a thing to be aggressive about. Is it a rich people sport? I mean, which sport isn't a rich people sport? To be honest. Why can't we be friends? There we go. Why can't we be friends? Don't get lacrosse with me. There. We now officially have a way to get across there. The way to get a lacrosse there. But we don't have one over here yet. which is a problem. Why exactly would it be a location thing? Like what limits there being lacrosse? Or do you just mean like because it's more popular with certain cultures? Is that what you're saying? Man, the inability to have pedestrian tunnels is a real bummer. Why isn't LaCroix more popular? We all know the answer is because it tastes like nothing. Honestly, LaCroix is more popular than it deserves to be. It's a bit of a weird place to have this, but I'm a bit of a weird guy. Lacrosse is a better version of both baseball and American football. Oh, that connected, huh? I was pretty sure that wasn't going to work, but it seems to have. I don't know why it's got such a weird wibbly wobbly in it. But I'm just going to let it do. I'm going to let it do what it do. Alright, so now there's a way to get across to here. Convenient? Not really. But it's there. There's like the orange flavor of bubbly is okay, but for whatever reason, bubbly leaves me with sadness. It just has a kind of a weird aftertastiness to it. Much like zero sodas. I've been trying to drink less sugary soda, and I have found that I definitely prefer the diet to the zero, just for the sake of not leaving me with a day-long nasty tasting tongue. Nasty. That's nasty. What's the blue? What's the blue? Oh, groundwater. I thought we were rich for a second. I thought there was some ores there. I think we've gotten everything natural resource-wise. Yeah. There's just nothing. This land is devoid. Devoid, I say. I guess we could have more farms. We could add farms. How did you do this? Is there more sugary drinks? I feel like the real sugar stuff has been a little bit easier to find lately if you want more sugar. Or probably this black cherry I just drank. 44 grams of real cane sugar. Diet has a horrible taste to me. So I know never to try any zeros now. That's so much. It is an incredible amount. I've been putting on the dad bod a little strong lately. Hopefully, as the weather gets better and I can take the bean on more regular, like, hikes and stuff. We can work on the dad bod. No, not less miserable. That's definitely not the case. Oh, less miserable weather. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, Tink. I am just shocked. Absolutely shocked by the constant, very high commercial demand in the city. I've never experienced that before in CS1 or CS2. It's just a whole new world. Alright, how about we make a big farm over here? For some livestock farming. What about CSGO? What about CSGO? The nodes are still a little bit of a mystery to me. I'm talking big farm. I'm talking big farm. I'm talking chickens as far as the eye can see. Something about node snapping, we'll let it have more, I guess, control. Okay. Are you gonna deadlock? Are people allowed to stream it yet? I don't really know much about deadlock. Other than the name, and that people are pre-calling it the next great FPS game. And I feel like whenever people pre-call things like that, it's never true. But that is the only knowledge I have of it, and that's probably not very fair knowledge. It's a shooter, but also a MOBA. Okay. That sounds intimidating. I don't know. Maybe when I know more about it. But I would say odds are not great. Unless it's something that people really want to see. Oh, it's from Valve. Oh, this is the big... Yeah, now my brain's putting the pieces together a little bit more. This makes a little bit more sense as to why people are so crazy about it. For someone that likes TF2 and Overwatch, I think he'd probably like it. I think I don't know enough about it then. Because it in the little bit that I saw of, like, Google News previews about it, it didn't seem anything like that at all. Still commercial demand. They're just... This has to come crashing down eventually. There's no way this does not come crashing down. Just the insane commercial demand the city is portraying. Plays a lot more like Smite. Ooh, this is becoming scarier by the moment. The Delta Force game, yeah, it looks good, but it's so incredibly uninspired that there is no way that game is going to take off. Like, that game is wildly uninspired. It looks good, but that game has been done to death. Do us part. That's probably too much industry right there already, but who knows? All right, so we've got 226,000. We're still trying to save up money for Incinerator, but we do have a big milestone coming up at Big Town, which I believe gives us, yeah, 200,000, so that'll help. It's a game inspired by the lack of original ideas, yeah. That's pretty much it. I'm really trying not to overdo it with the commercial because I know they're gonna run into issues. Oh, it's snowy. Overwatch with more stuff to do. I see. And craftables. I guess I'm gonna put in another farm because the industry demand is still just super, super high. And I don't see farms as doing anything bad for us over here. Other than being stinky. They removed the not allowed to talk about it. 1303 Only Drive. Where is 1303 Only Drive? Show me. Okay, so we're up to 1300 right here. Snoo! Ermagerd Snoo. Well, I'm sure I'll see more of it. I'm sure it will get thrusted in front of my eyes, and who knows? Maybe it'll be something I'm interested in. Honestly, the main issue with they just built that in, and I shut them down. With games like that is the time investment of getting good is more than I can afford, pal. Alright, we have to spend a little bit of cash here because the park situation isn't very good. Just because I haven't seen the full movie doesn't mean I'm not allowed to quote it. And I make up the rules there. Entertainment, wealth, reliable internet, leisure time, walking distance to elementary school. I don't know. High school capacity is real bad again. Like, real bad. I may have... Oh, no, you can just straight up upgrade that? Well, that's good. Well, that might hold us over for a little bit. Yeah, that got us into the green. Elementary is back down into the red. So how about a wee little one over here? Just a wee little one. And there goes all that money I was trying to save up. I would say this game has definitely finally gotten a little harder. That was the main issue I had with it the first time we played. Now, some of that might be the very stupid style that I'm playing, but I just feel like overall it's not printing money as badly as it once was. Speaking of, we have taxes very low. So maybe we try 11 and see if they complain about it. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take a break here, so I will end our YouTube VOD at this point, and we'll let the cities just sit here and cook some money. I doubt we'll hit the milestone, but it might. And I'll see you in a bit. Cut. Speaking of YouTube, that random part, something weird is going on.